What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and today is the return of the Brits Summit with this thing right here, the TVR Peppermint. Oh god, the TVR Griffith Peppermint edition, the only British Summit car in the game, is finally back. In Motorfest, we will have a second British Summit car because we'll have a Jaguar E-Type something edition, but this thing is currently the only... Oh, there's a bit of a... What in the no hezzy is this? What am I... Why is there so much... Okay, well... That was interesting, I suppose. But yes, I gotta channel my inner British today as we do the summit for the TVR Griffith Peppermint. Head down there, subscribe, because up to 5 subscribers are gonna be winning a copy of the Crew Motorfest. That is 1 for every 10,000 milestone. That was quite cool. 1 for every 10,000 milestone, and we are currently at 3. And then at 90 we get 4, and 100 we get 5. So, subscribe. Watch the videos, share the videos, whatever. Just do whatever, boost the videos. But yeah, this thing is pretty, it's cool, to be fair. You know what? It's fine. As far as the only British Summit car goes, it's pretty alright. Oh god. Alright, yeah, it's okay, I keep crashing into everything. It's pretty alright. I like it. Is it a bit meh? Yeah, a little bit. Does the Peppermint edition even make sense? No. What do you mean the Peppermint edition? How does American ones get, like, freedom, and Japanese get, like, the Red Panther, the Red Fury, the Black Knight, and the British ones get what? Peppermint? Oh, because you know those Brits always eating peppermints. What? Any cars returning? I don't think anything else returns today. If you missed my video yesterday, it was a video breaking down some new news that we got on the Crew Motorfest. I might buy this bundle for the tires and the... I mean, essentially just for the tires, really. Then nothing here. Yeah, sure. It's 13k. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll buy it, I guess. I know that's been out for a while, though. But time for the summit. Did I even do last summit? Probably not. I have definitely become a bit of a slacker. I did not. But next week, we have a US Speed Tour East themed one, concept pulse performance. You can see, there you go. So next week we are getting the return of the Fire Edition Corvette, which is disgusting, and the Porsche Pulse Edition Turbo. I'll show you those things. Also, there's the final summit before Motorfest. Motorfest will be out by that point. Ah, it's getting so close. Oh no. Oh no, it's worryingly close. Where's touring car? There's touring car. Oh, it's so worryingly close. Let me show you the 2 cars we're getting back. So it's this thing, which is disgusting and broken at the moment, because look, it's on stilts. And then it's also, not that, it's this thing, the one-eyed pulse thing. This thing's pretty cool though. So, you know, cool that those are coming back. And god, Motorfest is so close now. But here's the summit. Let's get into it, I suppose. Let's get into the slalom. A reminder to subscribe, sure, but you know, oh no, you know what? Check out the socials. That's what I'll plug right now. I'll plug the socials. I only do it once. I do it once and then done. There's the socials. Check them out. Right, if you're on any of those platforms. Let's head over to our good Rally Raid skill car. Where is the Hummer HX concept in Forza? There it is. That thing's doing pretty good. What is the HX concept? Because Hummer stopped. They disappeared. And then they did a big EV. Was this just like just before they did the EV, they released a concept car? Because, I mean, obviously, there hadn't been a production Hummer for ages by the time the EV came around. Huh, I don't know. I'm just intrigued by what even is the HX concept. There we go. Oh, and I cannot wait to be driving all these cars in Motorfest. It's the same cars, but they're just like, they're HD. Whoa, that one went flying. They're HD. They're like, it's getting so close, man. In fact, this is the second to last summit video I'm ever doing on the Crew 2. The second to last one ever. And then from now on, it's gonna be just, well, it's gonna be videos on Motorfest. You know, the Proto Lucky one is the final Crew 2, probably the final Crew 2 video I'm ever gonna be making. Huh. Damn. Ugh. Right. 155, sweet, and chilling, and speed trap. Speed traps are fine as long as there's no escape, and I wasn't paying attention if there was an escape. Let's go with, I need to stop saying, I hate when I go, it's really annoying. I need to stop doing that. I've done it again! Did it right after. That's got those parts on it. Let's use this thing, obviously. This is probably the way you're supposed to go. To be fair, the other way does look rather nice. It's just a bit more angled. In fact, I'll go that other way. Obviously, you have to be going below 60 to make it through a speed trap without triggering it. There we go. Okay, we are around the corner. I don't have to be doing this for this one. There we go. And I will just send it. And, okay. Getting around the corner is a bit of a faff on, though. Don't traffic. Okay. Oh, that was good. Surely that was good. That was fine, right? 377. Who's getting 377? No one's doing it. I'm aware of this fact that no one is doing it. 120k. Yeah, sure. Okay. 400. It's probably not the best in all reality, but we'll take it. You know what? British. Woo, the Brits. The fact that we only got one summit car in the history of the crew too, man. And now we're getting one off-rip in Motorfest, though. It's the third month. The third month of Motorfest is a European-themed one. And in the specific week that is the British-themed week, it's a British-themed summit car, which is the Jaguar Performance Professional, something like that. Okay, I have bad stick drift, so this might not go very well. In fact, it can go better than that, though. I can do better than that. There we go. Okay, come on. Yep. I mean, most aerobatics are always possible, right? If you're, like, even slightly decent of a player, go through the aerobatics again and again until you get, like, the perfect run. Because this one is where it's, like, it's very binary that it's, like, get good run or don't get good run. Like, there, right? See, I could do this again just to get that one perfect. Especially if I get all the other ones perfect, right? And aerobatics, I believe, aren't in Motorfest. Instead, they've got this new type. Or maybe they are. I don't think I saw one, though. Instead, they've got, like, a get into the circle skill type, which is an interesting one. It's like there's a bigger circle and then a tinier circle, and you have to drive in the smaller circle, which is what that is. 150. Pretty good. Now, Hypercar in the Noble. All right, the Nobles only just came out. Okay. M500. That's the newer one, right? Because Noble's weird like that. Because they have the older one. You get what I'm talking about. The older one has more number. Noble M500 is the older one, and then sorry, the newer one, and the older one is 600, which doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, there you go. Let's put some parts on it. Why did it have parts on it already? I don't know. They're not good parts though. And I imagine it's just like the Divine Edition. Yep, simple enough. Hope this is a good hypercar race. Hope this isn't any like goofy hypercar race. It is quite nice that yeah, you know, it's the Brits, and we're using that, and obviously the professional edition because it's a Jaguar. But okay, yeah, this works. Obviously, they've been rerunning summits, so this summit obviously came back a while ago. The Peppermint has reran twice. This is its second rerun, so it's come out 3 times overall now. The original time was when they were, yeah, just bringing the summit back, so like just the Brits again. Then obviously they were doing a little bit of time where they would bring back just the car, but they'd put it in a new summit. Like, the Wasp wasn't in the German summit anymore, the Flying Germans. It was instead in, like, Pikes Peak Summit or something like that. Okay, this thing is weird. Let's try and actually drive well here. Yeah, so stuff like that. It was in the different summit. It was in a different thing instead of being in the same summit that it returned as. But then, that was when they were doing, like, 4 summit cars per season. But one of those summit cars was a rerun. And it would just be a new thing. Now what they're doing is they're bringing back 4 new summit cars, and then in between those, every other summit car is a returning one, and that just is the summit that it was in originally. I don't know if that was too long-winded. That might have been too long-winded, but essentially, we've played the Brits summit before, but when they bring back, even like bringing back the summit, like the Brits, like every other rerun they've done, Red Fury, they do change stuff around, okay? Okay. They shuffle stuff around every time. Let's actually get this done properly. Why were the two nobles so bad? I don't know what they are doing at Ivory Tower HQ. Who's working on the cars? Because it's like, a car will either be the most unusable thing imaginable, like the nobles, or it will be weirdly overpowered, like the Cosmo and the Divine Edition, and then they'll be weirdly broken in a bad way, like the MC20. And then be weirdly overpowered, like the 3000 GT, no rules edition. They do, like, a few middle-of-the-road ones that just don't matter, no one really cares, like the muscle cars in the Motor Pass, the Liberty Walk car. But then it's the ones that they do that are just so odd. Okay, we're doing... Oh, I was just about to say we're doing alright, and then that happens. This thing's pretty fast, but, I need to stop saying but, is what. I lost my train of thought because I was too annoyed that I kept saying but, Oh, what was that? Why did it just swing left? Why did it do that, huh? Why did it do that? I don't know. Was it stick drift? Might have been. Was it not? Maybe. Who knows? God damn it. The empty straight is exactly what you would expect it to be. It is just the empty straight. Also, make sure to wide body this thing. Any car that you can wide body, you should wide body, because in the Crew 2, the way the physics work, the wider the car, the better the car. So make sure you have your car wide bodied. It just makes the most sense to do. And we can race. What am I trying to say? I don't know. Nothing. Really. Nothing. And I've slid again. So as soon as it starts sliding, it's gone. Which is pretty Crew Motorfest, right? Like, Crew Motorfest cars, handle, and then they're sliding. And then some cars just have such a low slide limit. Like, the KTM Expo in Street is an unusable car in Motorfest. You cannot use that car in Motorfest because it has such a low slide limit. It will slide straight away around every turn. Like, it doesn't have any grip turning amount. Straight away sliding, which is so annoying. And, okay, stick drift was there a little as well. Longer race than I thought it would. Or maybe it just felt longer. I need my water bottle. I'll be right back while you look at how many points this got. Oh my god, it got 127,000 points. You're spoiling me. And now is the forced vehicle, which, remember, for forced vehicles and for the rest of the summit as well, you always want to make sure you have these with points on them, because it's the best thing you can do. The big cow. Is it actually snowing, or is that just the image of the thing? That better just be the image of the thing, because I don't want to do a snow event right now, please, actually. I really don't like those new event images. I really don't like them. Like, I've not said much on them. Oh, I forgot this is the green that this car is generically. I really don't like those new event images. They really annoy me. They really suck. They're terrible. And go back. The Crew had like an art style to it. You know, all of the street events had the skull, and then the Motor Pass ones had the fancy ones. But nope. Now all of them have this, like, terrible, utterly terrible, goofy-looking image from the event that doesn't even work, because it doesn't even make it to the bottom of the event card when the event card is in the summit. Like, it just doesn't work. Undo that. Ivory Tower, if you're watching, change back the event cards, alright? I don't like them. It doesn't even work half the time. Like, some of them have a plane in them, like the aerobatics ones, and some of them don't. So hovercraft has the hovercraft in them, but then most don't. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, if you wanted to show what kind of weather an event was, just put like a little marker on them. Like, put like a little snow marker on event. I think that's already a thing. But just put like a little snow marker. A little, you know, like the race creator has like a little node that says the kind of weather it's gonna be. Have that. You know, a rain marker, a sunny marker, a day-night marker. Like a little square in the top right. You didn't have to redo all the event cards to be this terrible. They're bad, okay. But the Peppermint. Whoa. I think I missed this car the first time it came out. So the only few cars that I missed were like the Red Fury first time round, this thing, the Peppermint, in This thing is the first time it came out. I got it the second time during a few reruns. I believe the last reruns before the Motor Pass. But I think I also missed the Thunder Wave, and I ended up getting that in the same reruns as this thing. But then again, I feel like I own this thing already. Unless I missed it on PC. I think the significance that this thing has is actually that I moved to PC the day that this thing was out. Or like the few weeks leading up to this thing. I moved to play the Crew 2 on PC eventually. And then obviously that didn't stick because I have everything on PlayStation. So clearly I kept playing PlayStation. Although it would have been nice to continue playing PC. In Motorfest I'm going to be playing PC because the garage transfer goes across all platforms. So if you owned cars on PlayStation but make a PC account for Motorfest, your cars transfer to PC. Pretty cool way of doing it. There we go. Pretty good. I think. I don't know. I guess we'll find out, but felt pretty alright. 1, 2, 5. I will absolutely take that. Touring car, no restrictions. Oh, Dominion Frostburg. Frostburg? Dominion Forsberg. That's not too bad. I do prefer the Saleen, but you know what? Everyone uses the FXXK, so I suppose I'll go with the FXXK. Whereas touring car, it's just everything, man, everything. I just cannot wait till I'm playing Motorfest. Like the menu and stuff, it's the fact that it's redone. I just love it. My girlfriend's calling me. Give me a minute. This should be fun. I haven't had like a proper sweating experience with the new touring car handling yet, I don't think, at least. Not on like a track that I actually like, you know. It's the first like proper track that I quite like that I can actually do the race lines on and whatnot. So this should actually be quite fun. Okay, this thing goes a lot tighter than I thought it would. God, these things are... It's the new handling, I suppose, right? This thing is... Makes sense that this is the best of the new handling. Ooh! That was good! CCGT stayed untouched, right? Because it was the CCGT's handling that was ported over, I think. So, as far as I remember, that thing stayed unchanged. And that thing is a car that is quite good in Motorfest. So, I suppose I'll do that in a Cars You Need in Motorfest video. Oh, I am really enjoying this. I've not dinked a wall yet. And I love the feel of the new touring car handling. It's just like, what were they even thinking, you know? The touring cars used to be all slidey, and it made no sense. It was like proper GP cars, but they would be so slidey. I mean, the same way a KTM Expo being extremely slidey in Motorfest makes no sense, but I don't know, it was weird. It was weird. But now, this thing is pretty actually cool. And that's cool. And the FXXK is the first. It was the first ever added car into the Crew 2. It was the first month. Speaking of, actually, the KTM Expo and this thing were the first two added cars in the Crew 2 ever. They were the first month's like season pass cars. I remember because I loaded on and I had them in my inventory, and I was so confused. I was messaging Josh like, where have these two cars come from? I just have these cars. I don't remember seeing these cars in the game before. And then we looked around and we looked it up and we're like, oh, I've got early access. I've got a week early access to these cars because it's it's a thing. Because it's the thing. The thing. That's what I'm on about. It's the thing. It was the season pass. And the year one pass works the same way. It's gonna be 1 week early access to those cars in the year one pass. If you do buy that. The year one pass gives you 1 week early access to those cars when they come out, except for the ones that you need for the season. The updates, the playlist that they'll add. Those ones you get the day that everyone else gets them, so everyone else can play the playlist as well. And then you also that week get early access to one that'll come out next week. And then the rest of them are just 2 cars that you get 1 week early for everyone. And we know what those first 6 cars are, by the way. I need to do that breakdown video. I need to do that video breaking down the year one pass. I might film that tonight, get that done. We will also go rallycross. Oh, no restrictions. I need to check if I've got the right stuff on. Okay, so the car that I'm going to be using, the Lancer. Oh, am I still using Green Furies on this thing? Those are not the best tires anymore. Those were the best tires just a moment ago. They were really broken. Let me change that so that, unless they still are, I don't actually remember them patching these, but I might have just missed it. So, who knows? Where is smooth stretched asphalt tires? Is that these? No, those are performance asphalt. Am I going crazy? I cannot manage to find smooth stretched asphalt. There they are. Right, smooth stretched asphalt tires. And this thing, so what I was gonna say is I've got these parts on it, right? They're pretty good. They're just maxed out nitro everything parts, right? But I might instead try these parts. Muddy, all of that, right? Let me give a gander to these and see if these do good. Or is everyone using the Escalade? Okay. No, okay, the Stratos? What are you talking about? Ford Fiesta? Are these the world records? Ford Fiesta? Jar? What do you mean Jar's using the Ford Fiesta? Okay, mostly Lancia though, good. And we are off. Okay. Let's fully stay in control here. And... oh, okay, that's what I was worried about. Is just messing that up. I mean, it's raining. This is a very un-British event as well. Like, I suppose... I don't know. I was gonna say maybe it would be nicer if they put, like, a British restriction on all of them. What British cars are even in Rallycross? Also, people would get fed up with that, I feel. People would get very annoyed with that eventually. Is my thinking. Honestly, one big thing about Motorfest, like doing this right now, it's like, yeah, this is pretty nice Rallycross-y, you know, and Motorfest doesn't do this exact type of Rallycross very much at all. And I was thinking, yeah, that's a thing, you know, maybe that'll be missed, maybe that'll be something that is upsetting to leave behind, the Rallycross. One thing I'm actually upset about leaving behind is the cities events, but there, that water made me realize. I'm like, wait a minute. Motorfest still does Rallycross better because of the feel, the atmosphere, the playing. It still feels better, you know? The wheel, the interior, the fact that the wheel actually turns, the fact that if you play on a gaming wheel, it's got 1-to-1 wheel rotation is such a good thing. Like, what? And it goes to show that I do prefer everything in Motorfest. Like, everything in Crew 2, most of it's great. But I'd rather do that same thing in Motorfest. With better graphics, better physics, better handling, better... it's nicer, you know? I like it. But then again, I am gonna miss some of the themed stuff. Like, I'm gonna miss the USB Tour Cities events. I'm actually really gonna miss those. The USB Tour Cities events were really cool. The atmosphere-wise. And I feel like that atmosphere could be done really well. The same atmosphere, because I don't like that one Porsche... Porsche event. I don't like that one Porsche event where you're using the touring car Porsche, or racing Porsche, right? Because they're called racing now. Because we need to dumb everything down. Went from circuit in the Crew 1 to touring car in the Crew 2 to racing. This race car, yes. Oh my god. You really had to dumb it down that much. Okay, and let's take the parts off of... What parts am I carrying? Cancel? Okay, I didn't know whose parts I was carrying there. And what should have my parts on it? We just used something, right? Did we? No, okay, we didn't. Okay. Oh, why does it start me on the right? One big up on Motorfest in the Summit, though, I will have to say, okay? There's a few things about the Summit in Motorfest that are much, much better. And obviously my parts are on the Countach, that makes complete sense. Now they're on the Professional Edition, which does have settings on it. There we go, and... let's hop in here. Sweet. A pretty cool livery on it too. But I will say, right there, right, when we were selecting my car, one thing that's really good about Motorfest is that it finally, one thing that I kept saying that they should have done, it finally lets you switch around your parts in this going into the Summit menu. You can do everything. You can customize a car in the going into a Summit menu. Like, you can click the thing, you can go in, and you can customize a car, you can do whatever to a car, and you can put the parts on it, you can change it around, all before you've even gone into the event. And that's so perfect, because you don't have to go off the summit menu at all. You can just do it all there. One thing I will say, though, is that the Motorfest summits, they don't let you, like, go just onto your regular cars menu in the summit board, like you can in the Crew 2. Just pause and go to any car. That is unfortunate that you can't do. Okay, let's stay in control. There we go. That sucks that you can't do, but what are you going to do about it? Nothing is the answer. Let's stay in control. There we go. Go far, I guess. But another positive for Motorfest Summit is that, you know how you get specific rewards for doing the events in the Summit, in the Crew 2 Summit? Like, one will give you this, one will give you this, one will give you this, one will give you parts, one will give you something, one will give you something else, I don't know. That, essentially, this time around, they have it so you can play any event. It's just 3. If you play 3 events in the summit, you now own whatever the 3 event reward was. Then if you play 6, it's the 6 event reward. Then 9 is obviously the 100k to the whole summit. And I think are rewards? I think, at least. So it's nice to have the rewards be done like you can play any event. You don't have to specifically play one specific event with a specific car. You can just go into whichever, like this, you know, I need the followers on Rookie 2 Icon 1000, so I'm going to have to buy this car on Rookie 2 Icon 1000. I don't want to have to do that. I'm going to have to do that, which sucks, but yeah. Instead, you can just play any 3 summit events and get a reward. And then, obviously, they've got the main rewards for the leaderboards at the end. And, like, the UI's grown on me a little. I will say the UI definitely has grown on me a tad. So, that's nice. The UI... it's not as bad as I remember it being. The first few times I played it, I was like, it's the same UI, and I'm like, you know what, this is fine. I like the... yeah, I like it. It's fine. It's fine. But I guess you guys will see when it comes out, and we'll have to decide then. Because for now, no one's played it enough. And, oh, 3 summits left till Motorfest. Ah. And there we go, that is done, and I believe we're on the final event now. So all that's left is, yeah, the final event, right? It's just, whatever that's gonna be. We'll have to figure it out once we get to it. The touring car Bentley Continental Super Sport in a US, oh, I didn't mean to click already. In a US Speed Tour next event. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay, let's put some parts on it. Here we go. I put a fancy new livery on it and everything. But what is going on? Why? Oh, did we ever get a hypercar one of these events? Because I really wanted to do that way back when. Oh. Why is this thing perfect for these events? Whoa, 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 whoa. I feel like I'm taking the actual G-forces this car is taking on going that fast in this thing. What even? Yeah, did we get any, like, fun hypercar in these events yet? Because I really wanted that, like a hypercar in these events so I could do, like, Chiron 300 Plus and really top speed test it, see just how fast it can go. This is a fun one, though. Oh, it seems to be doing damage to the front of my car. But I do quite like that. It's like the car's going so fast. It's been ripped apart. Also, this is one of the few cars that actually has, like, an engine JPEG underneath the hood. Because it's a car from the Crew 1. So it's got, like, just a JPEG image of an engine, which looks bad. But people are like, why can we not look at the engine in the game? Because they'd have to model every single engine in the game completely. I do miss getting cars like these, you know? Oh, the interior is still definitely way too regular Bentley. But I do miss getting cars like these, the cars that are just regular cars ported over into a spec, you know? Like, this is just a regular Bentley. This doesn't exist in real life. It's just the Bentley Continental, but in touring car. It's quite nice, you know, it's quite nice. This thing has some cool rims as well. You should check this thing's rims out. But what a weird event. We'll have to see what the Proto Lucky one looks like. What that summit looks like and how it plays and everything. Oh, I've gone straight into a wall. I mean, the boost things seem to do a lot for this car. They definitely jump it up, even the smaller boost, but that might just be because I don't feel like this thing should be going that fast. Maybe it's just the same amount of boost that F1 cars get, but those things are obviously already going very... This thing just isn't. But, like, look at that. You know, went from, like, 100 to 100 to 230. 300. 370. Almost 400 miles an hour in a Bentley? What are you talking about? What? Are you insane? Oh, ow. Tell you what, this is a fun... Like I said, they redo some of the Summit events when a Summit that's already been out comes back in. This is definitely one of those. And we are finally near the end of the Summit. So, thank you to popular members. A special thank you to famous members. And an insane thank you to star members. Danimal the Manimal, Grim Pepper, and Void, and an insane, top of the top, unparalleled thank you to Icon members Extreme Speed, HK Binjuma, and Bad at Game Zone 2. Thank you to those boys. Absolutely. We are 62nd, which is pretty good. See you boys in the next one. In a bit.